What's going on? How are you guys doing today? So basically, in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about my first time ever passing out. I know, that's like, I mean, not everybody passes out, you know, like, it's like a one in like a lifetime type of thing, you know, but it happened to me about like 2 good times, maybe 3, I don't know, but I'm going to tell y'all about how it happened, you know. So let's rewind all the way back to when I was a young child back in 2016, about 2 years ago. So I think it was, at least, but 2016, I was a young little kid, you know, still wearing some really head-ass clothes, but I was killing it though. But you know, blah blah blah. So let's get straight to it. It was Saturday morning. I woke up and my mom was like, "Hey, let's go to the amusement park." And to give y'all a little brief synopsis, how you say that word? Lloyd, look that up. Boom. I knew you looked that up. Alright, so basically, for that synopsis, that morning I didn't have nothing to eat. I was running on nothing. So she was dressed and I was still in bed just being lazy and half-assing it. So she's getting dressed, you know, makeup, you know, sunscreen, and I'm still getting out of bed, taking my sweet time. So she's like, "Come on, get up, we gotta go." So I'm like, alright, whatever. Throw some clothes on, you know, and I'm like, you know what, I gotta eat. It is like 10 in the morning right now. I'm gonna get there early because, you know, them lines be outrageous. So you want to be able to, you know, get there, have some fun before the lines get packed. And don't forget, alright, and also, this was the middle of the summer, and I live in the South, so that heat is vicious. That heat will kill your skin. So you don't want to be in the lines in the middle of the day. You'll probably burn up and turn to like a roasted raisin. So yeah, this is that. So I'm in the house rushing to put some clothes on, and somehow I managed to look fresh, even with, like, you know, time not on my side. So I get dressed. My mom's like, "I'll be in the car waiting." So she made breakfast for herself, but I was being so lazy that she just ended up not making me none because I was being so slow. So she ate the ones that she made for me. She made like bacon and like eggs and stuff, and I looked on the counter, and it was like 1 piece of bacon, and I ate it. I ate the piece of bacon, and I had a water bottle. So imagine that. That's gonna be called the Broke Boy Starter Pack right here. Boom, bacon and water. That was my breakfast, prepared to go to a theme park. That was what I put in my body to endure a hot summer day in the South. Now, you already know why I passed out. Y'all can probably tell from me saying that right there of why I passed out. But it gets deeper than that. So we get there, we pull up, everything's cool and all that. So we didn't ride no rides. My mom doesn't do them big rides, so I gotta do the little small rides with her. So we pull up, the first thing we notice is this big swing. I'll put it right here, but she went to get on that first, and I was like, alright, whatever, you know, I'm a roller coaster type of guy, so this doesn't faze me. So she's like, alright, let's go on this. I'm like, okay. We get there and that line is booming. So no matter what time you go, you still gonna face that line. So we get there and, you know, lines are packed. So we get in the line and we're just waiting. Time's passing by. And the more time passes by, the more you can feel that heat hitting your head. So you feel that heat like on the back of your neck. So, you know, we're in line, moving up. Mind you, like while we're moving in the line, I felt no problems. I was straight. So, ironically, we get to the front of the line and boom, I get lightheaded. It's like that feeling you get whenever you like get up from a chair too quick and you see colors, but it's like dark, but you still see stuff. Lightheaded, if you know what that is. So I felt that, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I'm just hot. It's a little heat stroke or whatever. So about 30 seconds passes by and it still happened. I'm like, okay, Lloyd, what's going on right now? Like I'm having a little pep talk with my body right now, like, yo, you good? Like, what's going on? So it's still happening, and I think a year before that, I almost passed out. And that feeling that I felt when I almost passed out was happening at that moment. So this is like deja vu. I'm like, oh shit, this is happening again. So I'm like, mom, it's happening again. Because she knew what happened about a year ago. So she was like, this isn't funny. We're in the front of, like, we were literally in the front of the line, like about to go in to the ride, because their ride had just finished going up and going down. So we were literally next to go in. So I'm like, Mom, it's happening again. Mind you, I couldn't even see her because it was like dark. So I'm saying it's happening again, and she gets all pissed, and she's all like, oh my god, you know, she wanted to go on that ride, and we were like literally the front, and it was a long line. So I'm like, Mom, it's happening. And she gets mad, and then she tells the ride assistant in the front if they had any water bottles. And this took about a good 2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe. And I find a pole right next to me, and I lay my head on it like that. And I kept walking. It's like, imagine like people in a line. I kept walking back through the line, back and forth, trying to like walk it off. And I couldn't even see in front of me. It was black. Like, you could see a little bit, but it was so dark. Like, if you know what I'm talking about, like the feeling I felt, you know what I'm talking about. But like, you could see, but like very barely. And I kept walking back and forth. Then I found a pole to put my head on, and finally I just stayed there and was like, you know what, I'm gonna just like rest my head and rest it off. So time passes by, and it felt like forever. It felt like it was been 2 hours, but it was like 5 minutes. And they finally come back with like a manager to see like what's going on, when they should have came back with some water. But I'm not gonna get on that. So they came back with a manager, and my mom was talking to them. The manager was radioing his little ambulance dude. And you know, time was going by. So I'm still on the ledge, or the bar, just resting my head. And by then, I started slouching over. Like, I'm like hanging over the bar. Like literally, I'm like hanging over. Like, this is the bar. I'm like hanging over it, just like knocked out. Well, not knocked out, but like I'm close. Like, my legs have lost all power, and my arms have too. So like at this point, I'm a dead weight. But I'm still here, but not for long. So my eyes could barely open. It felt like I was about to pass out, like sleeping wise, and I was dozing off, and I felt it. I was slouching over, and like that, I was out. I didn't feel it when I knocked out, but I know that like I was out, because I know that like I didn't know the time. Like, it wasn't like a click. Like, I didn't just fall out. It just happened. It's like how you fall asleep at night. You don't know when you actually fall asleep, but you do fall asleep. So that's how it was for me. I didn't know when I actually passed out, but I did end up passing out. So that happened. Apparently somebody caught me because I fell back, and my eyes were still open, and it was just wild. My mom was crying and stuff. So like, this felt good. I was like having a dream. I don't know what it was about, but I remember I had a dream, and it was lit, you know? That dream was lit. Whatever it was about, but it was lit. So then one by one, my hearing came back first, and I heard my mom like crying, which was like, you know, forever stuck in my head for my whole life. I heard her crying. Heard everybody around me like saying stuff, and then my eyes came back, and I looked up, and I felt good. I felt perfect. I could have been at that park for the rest of the day, honestly. But they was like, you need to go home and, you know, rest it, blah, blah, blah. But I woke up, and I got up, and there was people handing me water bottles, trying to, you know, get me back to life and stuff. And I was like, what happened? Why are y'all acting all crazy? I mean, I knew what happened, but like, I want to know why everybody was acting crazy. Because in my head, I feel like I just was okay, but they saw me pass out. And what's it called? The whole park. This is like a packed amusement park. So the whole park was stopped, looking at like me on the floor. And that was probably the most craziest thing ever, because like I was shy back then. Like, I didn't like being looked at by big crowds, because I don't know why. So that messed me up. But I saw everybody looking at me. Then they had a wheelchair roll up. They pushed me to a little medical center, and they was saying that I was good and all that. And yeah, I mean, that pretty much sums it up. That was my time passing out at an amusement park. It was pretty crazy, and the doctors was like, drink more water, because it appears that your iron levels are really low when this happened. You had low iron levels. So I guess I was already going through some stuff before I passed out, so this just like was to top it off. So he was like, drink more water. And ever since then, I've been drinking water like it's going extinct. Like, no lie. But I'm just ranting at this point. I'm gonna sum this video up. So yeah, that was my first time ever passing out, like legitimately passing out. And you know, hopefully it doesn't happen again. But if you guys had a relatable situation, say it in the comment section. Or drop a like, you know, do all that. So that's the video right there. Drop a like, drop a sub, drop a comment, do all that. I appreciate it. You know, subscribe. Like, you know, let's get it. Like, I'm not gonna say no more. Let's just get it. So, bada beam, bada boom, we out.